Well, first of all, I do still feel a wee bit bamboozled. Hi, pretty people. It's Crystal, your very own personal beauty pro from face to fragrance. And today it's all about face and actually fragrance too. I am on my way to a fragrance event, but I wanted to pop in because my face of the day includes the new NARS Natural Matte Longwear Foundation. So I'm going to do a demonstration for you. I have been wearing it for several days. I have some well-formed thoughts and feedback about this new foundation. I'm in a bit of a girly girl mood today. My fragrance today is going to be Parfums de Marly Oriana. This is gorgeous for when you want to smell delicious and yummy, but in an elevated way. We're going to start with some really helpful shade comparisons. And as a bonus, I'm going to show you a really easy but pro level tip to help you correct shades when they tend to go too orangey or too golden's mustard on you. The NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and this particular shade is in Tahoe. Tahoe is really beautiful and well balanced in this particular formula. It's that perfect neutral golden shade. This is the light reflecting foundation. Cadiz in the light reflecting is a bit warmer. It's still beautifully balanced in that it doesn't go really orange. This is the new Natural Matte, also in Cadiz. It's very similar to the Cadiz in the light reflecting, perhaps a bit brighter, but that's also because it's still wet. So as it settles down, it gets a little closer to that shade, but it is warmer. I'll show you two shades from the soft matte. This is Tahoe, and we have Cadiz in the soft matte as well. Now let's get ready with a full face of the star of today's show, the Natural Matte Longwear Foundation. The first thing I definitely noticed is the super lightweight texture. It is very fluid, thin formula. So it sits very light on the skin. It doesn't add any weight or heaviness. A little still goes a long way, but it does begin to self-set, so I would apply one section at a time. I like to start about under the eye in the center of the face, where I tend to like the most perfection, and then feather the product out to the outskirts. Make sure you've blended it in so you don't see any areas where it stops. It's really like a second skin. It also feels hydrating and comfortable going on. It's one of the lightest, thinnest NARS has in their lineup. The next thing I'd be concerned with is what type of coverage it gives. And I would say at first application, it gives a nice solid medium coverage. And what I mean by medium coverage is that it definitely has some perfecting power to the skin, evens out the complexion. But if you have things like freckles or blemishes, you can faintly see those. But it does build up to a nice high, medium, low, full coverage foundation. And because it's so thin, it doesn't look thick or textured like on the skin. One thing you may have noticed is that I didn't add any primer. When I'm testing a foundation, I think of it in terms of what you would do during product development. So the first thing I want to know is how the foundation interacts with actual skin. My skin is naturally a more dry leaning type. And then once I have given it a few days of just the foundation alone on the skin, then I will add in other things like various primers and powders to see how they interact with the foundation as well. What we're going to do now is allow this to dry completely on its own, and then I'll come back and tell you what type of finish it has without any assistance. While we're allowing that to settle on the skin, I promised you a pro tip. One thing that I have noticed in a lot of foundation lines is that sometimes they tend to run a bit yellow or orangey. That varies from brand to brand. There is a fix for that. Now, of course, the best thing to do is get a foundation that's complementary to your complexion. But if you have one you love and you have that challenge, there is a way to correct it. And it's simple, it's just color theory. So if something runs too warm, you would just use the opposite shade on the color wheel, which in this case would probably be sort of a purple or a bluish mauve. And I'm going to show you how that works in real life. Say for example, you have a warm tone. In your case, it's just a bit too orange for you. All you need is a drop of a purple or something with a bit of purple in it. In this case, this is Danessa Myricks Color Fix. Blend it into the foundation and it will neutralize it a bit for you. Take a little bit of the warmth out, neutralize some of the mustard and the orange into a more neutral golden tone. Now, the thing about the Danessa Myricks Color Fix is it makes things waterproof and it dries really swiftly. So you do have to work fast. But recently, MAC Cosmetics has come to the rescue because they have just come out with color correctors, and one of them is in a very similar shade, is specifically designed to neutralize foundations and concealers when they are too warm. That formula is going to be more compatible with your liquid and cream foundations. It will be easier to blend and use for the everyday girl. So this is the final finish on the skin for the NARS Natural Matte Longwear Foundation. It is a soft matte texture, but there is also a subtle sheen to the skin. If you like a true matte finish, then it would be great to set this with a bit of powder. But if you're a dry skin girl like myself, you might prefer to leave it exactly as it is, or you could skip powder altogether and blot with a tissue to absorb the shine, which brings me to how it wears. It does have a bit of transfer, but minimal transfer compared to a lot of foundations. And then once you do set this with powder, it stays put pretty well. In fact, it lasts for me a full day. At the end of the day, you can see some fading, but it doesn't break apart or turn textury. Now, because I have an event, I need to take this makeup to the next level. So I'm going to add some more products, some of them of which will also be NARS. And I will be sure to list the entire face and all the details in the description box and also in the pinned comment. So what do I think overall of the new NARS foundation? Well, first of all, I do still feel a wee bit bamboozled because how dare they quietly phase this out. However, life does go on. Now, while I do joke about reformulation, but sometimes things are discontinued in the best interest of the consumer. Like, for example, when certain ingredients might be harmful to the environment or even to the individual. So I am not strictly against reformulations. Technology improves over the years as well. My gripe is when reformulations are not as good as the original. And in this case, they have created an entire new foundation instead of simply renaming the old one. And now one of my favorites, which is the Longwear Radiant, has a matte companion. I do feel like it lives up to its name. It's a natural matte. Natural in the sense that it does sit like a second skin and it doesn't look like heavy makeup, although you do have a very pretty, even, almost flawless complexion. The matte is not a strict matte. It does have a soft sheen, but you can easily make it a fully mattified foundation. And it does keep its Longwear promise because after about an 8 to 10 hour day out and about, it held up pretty well and still looks smooth and pretty at the end of the day. That is keeping in mind that I have a normal to dry complexion. For oily girls, I definitely recommend setting this foundation. Even with dry leaning skin, I need to touch up my T-zone about halfway through the day, and that's a good thing because your skin is supposed to produce oil. Now, do I like this better than the soft matte foundation? I am not sure, and I actually need to do a head-to-head side-by-side comparison. I enjoyed doing this demonstration for you. I am off to this event. I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon, but until next time, keep it pretty.